The second substep of step 3 is to map the problem, to better understand the contributions of multiple disciplines. Start the mapping process by identifying the various parts or components of the problem. Consider causes, outcomes, prevention, and treatment. Then, relate the various parts to each other and to the problem as a whole. For example, you can use different types of lines to indicate direct and indirect relationships between parts, or you can use subscripts to indicate the strength and direction of relationships, the correlation coefficients that you might find in your quick literature search. You can also use color coding and symbols to help you map the parts. The good news is there are many ways to do this, and we'll cover 2 of the 4 types of maps in this lecture. Once we've developed a map of the problem, it's easier for us to understand the entire system in which the problem exists. Sometimes these maps reveal gaps in our understanding. Other times, they show us when we might be overemphasizing one discipline at the expense of another. They can also help us eliminate non-relevant or non-significant disciplines. Like other stages of the IRP, the mapping stage is iterative. Many interdisciplinarians begin mapping the problem as early as step 1. At the very least, beginners will want to develop a map before they proceed to step 4. As we work through the 10 steps, the maps we make may need to be changed, may need to be updated. Mapping the problem requires what we call systems thinking. It's a great conceptual skill to develop for any role. Systems thinking involves understanding the whole system, its various parts, and the relationships between those parts. Systems thinking also involves visualizing the whole and its parts, visualizing how the different components relate to each other and the whole system. With experience, interdisciplinarians can learn how to identify positive and negative feedback loops, as well as patterns or themes across time. Sometimes 2 variables move together. As one increases, the other increases, known as a positive feedback loop. With other pairs of variables, as one increases, the other decreases, known as a negative feedback loop. There are 4 types of maps discussed in the textbook. We are going to cover 2 of them in this lecture.